Shalom family, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this video, you already know the power behind ISO20022. You're not here for definitions, you're here for confirmation and updates. Well, let me tell you something. The shift is no longer coming, it's already here. Institutions, nations, and global economies are moving fast. And ISO20022 tokens like XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, ADA, and others are sitting right in the middle of the next global financial upgrade. Let's break it down continent by continent, coin by coin. The global ISO20020 movement is now active. The ISO20022 messaging standard is being adopted globally, not just by SWIFT, but by banks, financial systems, and central banks across every continent. Over 70% of financial institutions are now ISO20022 ready. That's not speculation, that's data. And the rest, they're rushing to catch up. This isn't just about the US, this is a worldwide restructuring of how money moves, using smart data, structured formats, and reduce errors. By November 2025, SWIFT will complete its full transition. And that's not the end, it's just the beginning. Let's talk about the digital assets that are ISO compliant and already being adopted by institutions. Number 1, XRP, Ripple. Ripple isn't just ISO20022 compliant. It's one of the first to join the ISO standards body. Today, over 300 global financial institutions use RippleNet, including Santander in Europe, SBI in Asia, and American Express in North America. Ripple is being used right now in real cross-border payment corridors. Number 2, XLM, Stellar. Built for global remittances and inclusion, Stellar is already active in Africa and South America, where it's used for fast, low-cost transfers. It's helping the unbanked get access to digital payments without needing a bank. Number 3, XDC Network, designed for trade finance. XDC is already being used across India, Southeast Asia, and the Middle East to streamline logistics and global trade settlement. Number 4, HBAR, Hedera Hashgraph. This one's backed by giants like Google, Boeing, and IBM. It's being used in smart city pilots in the UAE, enterprise payments in the US, and digital identity solutions in the EU. Number 5, Cardano is research-driven, highly secure, and already being used in Ethiopia for digital ID and education. Japan is building with Cardano, and European governments are testing its regulatory compatibility. Number 6, Algorand. Green, scalable, ISO aligned. It's being used by US institutions and EU finance initiatives. Algorand was chosen to power parts of El Salvador's blockchain infrastructure. Number 7, QNT and Quant. Quant connects blockchains and banks using its overledger technology. This is a key infrastructure play, perfectly aligned with ISO 20022 goals of interoperability, 8, IOTA, feeless, scalable, and made for machine-to-machine payments. Germany and Japan are testing IOTA for the Internet of Things economy. Who's already using these ISO coins? Country by country. Let's zoom in on what's happening globally. Europe. Germany's Deutsche Bank and Netherlands' ABN AMRO are preparing for ISO-compliant payment systems. Santander in Spain is already connected with RippleNet. European regulators are building the framework for digital Eurorails, where tokens like HBAR and Algo are being considered. Asia. Japan's SBI Holdings is one of Ripple's biggest partners. India is integrating XDC into its trade networks. Cardano has been running education and ID pilots across Ethiopia and partnering in Southeast Asia. North America. The US is catching up. Important. Fedwire will be ISO 20022 compliant by March through July 2025. Hedera's enterprise contracts are active in the US and Canada. American Express is already testing Ripple-based payment solutions. Africa. Stellar is the most active ISO-aligned token here. used in Kenya, Nigeria, and Ghana for low-cost mobile payments. Cardano's work in Ethiopia is bringing blockchain to education, identity, and healthcare. Latin America. Ripple and Stellar are already being tested in Argentina and Brazil for remittance and cross-border payments. Local banks like Banco Riachuelo are testing RippleNet integration. Middle East, UAE is becoming a hub for smart cities powered by Hedera. XDC is also gaining traction in trade networks across Dubai and Abu Dhabi. The clock is ticking, timeline and opportunities. So why does this matter now? Emphatic, because by the end of 2025, ISO20022 will become the global language of finance. That means banks, institutions, payment processors, and yes, even central banks will be required to speak the same digital language. The ones that do it fastest will lead. The coins and networks already aligned with ISO 20022 will be first in line. And we're not guessing here. This is backed by real documented adoption. What you should be watching right now. Here's what to keep your eye on. SWIFT and FedWire. Migration dates. New token partnerships with banks, fintechs, and governments. Updates from ISO committees where Ripple, Quant, and Stellar are active members. Regulatory clarity as more countries distinguish ISO-aligned digital assets from the rest. CBDC rails that choose to build on or integrate with ISO-ready ledgers. This isn't hype. This is real-time digital infrastructure being laid for the next 10 to 20 years of finance. Why it matters to you. You're not just a spectator. If you're invested in these assets, you're early. And remember, early isn't enough. You need to stay informed, watch the partnerships, track adoption, and understand the rails that money is about to run on. This isn't just another cycle. This is a reprogramming of global finance. If you're a builder, this is your time to build tools, platforms, and solutions around ISO 20022 messaging. If you are a content creator, educate your region, your people, your circle. And if you're an investor, do your homework. Know what these coins are building and where. The financial world is being rewired. Let me leave you with this. The financial world is being rewired. The old rails are fading. The new ones are built for speed, transparency, and global unity. And the tokens aligned with ISO 20022, they're not just coins, they're infrastructure. And guess what? They're live. So stay prepared, stay sharp, and above all, stay productive. Don't just consume this knowledge, create something with it. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to understand what's coming. Comment below. Which ISO token do you believe will lead the next wave of adoption? This is not financial advice. This is financial awareness, and awareness is the seed of action. See you in the next one.